Beto, the feared witch, stood at the cave's entrance, her red eyes glowing with malice as she surveyed the lively village below. The villagers had forgotten her, celebrating without a thought for the one who dwelt in the shadows.
Let their joy drown in my storm.
She raised her clawed hands, muttering a dark incantation. Thunder rumbled, and thick rain clouds spread over the valley, a torrential downpour transforming the joyous celebration into chaos. Hans, a young man with kind eyes and a strong jawline, held his fiancée's hands tightly. Gretchen, her eyes filled with tears, mourned the ruin of their wedding day.
Our wedding day. It's ruined.
Hans looked into her eyes with determination.
I promise I'll bring back the sunshine, even if I have to climb the mountain and steal it from the clouds.
With a resolute heart, he donned his cloak and set off toward the mountain, the villagers murmuring in doubt behind him. The frog, once a prince, spoke urgently to Hans as rain dripped from the leaves above.
Hans, if you want to stop the rain, you must find the green cat.
Hans blinked in astonishment.
Green cat?
The frog nodded solemnly.
Guarded by a fearsome gnome in the deep forest, but beware his minions. The biting insects will not let you pass easily.
Steeling himself, Hans clenched his fists and set off toward the gnome's lair, the frog's words echoing in his mind. The gnome, with a mischievous grin, blocked Hans's path.
You think you can take my cat? My insects will devour you first.
With a loud whistle, a swarm of glowing insects surged toward Hans, who shielded himself desperately. Suddenly, the frog jumped in front, letting out a magical croak that froze the insects mid-air. The gnome stumbled back in shock, and Hans rushed forward, demanding,
Where's the green cat?
Defeated, the gnome stepped aside, revealing the majestic creature hidden in the shadows. The green cat, her emerald eyes large and expressive, looked at Hans with pleading intensity.
Hans, you have freed me, but there's one last thing to do. Take me to the witch.
Confused but trusting, Hans asked,
Why?
The cat's voice was soft but resolute.
Because when I face her at dawn, I will return to my true form.
Understanding the urgency, Hans lifted her gently and sprinted toward the mountaintop. As dawn broke, Beto recoiled in horror, her reign of darkness unraveling before her eyes. The green cat transformed into a radiant young princess, her golden aura dispelling the witch's storms.
No, this cannot be it.
The witch screamed as the princess stepped forward. The princess raised her hands, light shattering the storm clouds.
Your reign of darkness is over.
With one final wail, the witch turned to stone, her power broken forever. Sunlight bathed the village once more, laughter and music filling the air as the festival resumed. Hans and Gretchen stood at the altar, joy radiating from their faces. The villagers gathered around, celebrating the couple's union and the return of peace.
Thank you.
Gretchen whispered to Hans.
We did it together,
He replied, gazing into her eyes. The princess, now free and smiling, watched from the crowd, her heart full of gratitude for the courage and love that had saved them all.